Hello North Country and welcome to Bailey Avenue Field for another season of semi-pro football. Tonight, the Lake City Stars open their exhibition season against the Glove City's Colonials. I'm Foxy Gagnon, joined as always in his 9th year as the football analyst, Goose Gagnon. Everything started back in '91. This was the look back in '91, the Plattsburgh North Stars. Changes have been underway over the past year. It's '99 and it's the Lake City Stars. Goose, we're looking forward to big changes this year, and what are some of the things that you anticipate for the ¡99 season?
Well, you're going to see a young team, Foxy, and I think you're going to see a very fast team. I think speed will be very important. If everybody can stay healthy, that's going to be a big plus for the Lake City Stars.
And we'll work on that throughout our first couple games. It's not only sort of a preseason for the players, it's certainly a preseason for us. After 8 years of saying Plattsburgh North Stars, we have to make the transition. It's the Lake City Stars. Changes almost from the top to the bottom of the team as far as management, coaching staff, all kinds of changes. And we're really looking forward to a good year. What are some things tonight that Coach Mike LeBear will work on?
Well, I think he wants to see his players in game conditions, how they're going to perform. He's going to look for different combinations in the running back position, Foxy, to see which two works together. I'm sure he's going to work on his passing game also. And defensively, he wants to see his defense aggressively. I just want to point out, Foxy, one thing that when the Plattsburgh North Stars started this football program, their hopes was to get a lot of local talent, because there is a lot of local talent in this area, and maybe it didn't work out that well, but this year you're going to see a lot of that local talent. They were young kids when the North Stars first started, went through high school, went through some of their college careers. Now they're back in the area, and they do have those players, the local talent that they were hoping to get this year. They got a lot of it.
Okay, and we'll certainly mention all their names during tonight's ball game, but let's talk about some of the returning veteran players who will probably play a key role in the '99 Lake City Stars season.
Well, right on the top of my list, I made a little list here, is I got Bomber Brown. Okay, quarterback position, and we saw that he can play in the Empire Football League, no question about it. He's back in the quarterback position. He's a big plus. Okay, a receiver, Brian Kreisberg. He's a veteran. He's an all-star in the league, Foxy, and when they get down to that goal line, they always look for the big receiver.
Okay, now just let me interrupt you. We won't see Kreisberg tonight. He's out with a back injury, and hopefully he'll be able to recover and be ready for the opening night.
I got on my list Glenn Arnold. Okay, he's been a big asset to the Plattsburgh North Stars over the years, and a star in the league. Jerry Defiant. Foxy, he's playing another year. Just his leadership out there is very important. Vince Caveman Kuzamko, all-star in the league, another veteran, he's back. And this player right here, Jamie Lozier, important.
Okay. The national anthem sung tonight by Elizabeth Boyer, a student at Northern Adirondack Central School.
In all thy son's command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free, and stand on guard, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee, O Canada, glorious and free. We stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Goose Gagnon, our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer, Laura Gagnon, back with us on camera, and we hope the stat man, he just arrived from an out-of-town trip. Let me tell you, just flew in time for the opening kickoff. We're looking forward to a great 1999 Lake City Stars season. Let's kick it off.
Once again, we'd like to thank A1 Oil for remind you that because of technical difficulties, the game clock.
Brian Thunderfoot Kemp will kick off, of course, the beautiful new colors of the Lake City Stars. And technical difficulties right away, the game clock not working, but Goose has made some arrangements with Jim Bricky, the umpire for tonight's game. Is that what he is, or timekeeper?
He's the line judge.
He's the line judge, and he'll be keeping us posted. Brian Thunderfoot Kemp back with the team, and he puts the toes to it. Taken at the 15, and that is Jeff Keeling. Lozier in on the tackle along with Steve Livesey, a couple of Beekmantown boys. Anybody else, Goose?
No, I think you spotted it pretty well there, Foxy, and it's good to see Thunderfoot back this year. If you remember in preseason last year, on a bobbled extra point, he tried to run with the ball, or maybe it was a field goal, and he broke his leg, Foxy, and I think he had a couple operations, but I was watching him boom out here, and, he sure... was booming them 50 yards at a shot.
Jerry Defiant and Vince Caveman Kuzyamko, the middle of the offensive line for the Lake City Stars. We'll check the entire defense right after this play. The quarterback for the Colonials is John Swartout.
Oh, not much there. I saw number 5 in there, Foxy, Steve St. Clair.
Okay, and I saw 8, Kenny Hackett. Couple of Peru fellas team up right there.
Our first visitor.
Oh, yes. Elizabeth Boyer, who sang the 2 anthems. Happy to have you back for another season of Lake City Stars, and you are in postseason form. Did you practice this before you came today?
No.
Oh, it just comes natural.
Actually, I had to run up that hill because you started early. I got out of the car and you were doing the lineup.
Oh my goodness! Yes, they caught us a little behind too, and so we were surprised about that. Oh, the 2nd and 10 play, big pile up Goose spot, and who's in the middle? Number 57 is Tommy Gale, out of Beekmantown Central by way of Cumberland Head, and also Vince Caveman Kuzamko.
And just what the Lake City Stars want to start at. And, hey, 3 downs, have them kick the ball to your offense and put it in your hands. Boy, when you got a defense that could do that to start the game off, boy, that makes it pleasant.
3rd and 9, and we wanted to see you, Elizabeth, because we were going to have a little surprise for you here tonight, but it didn't arrive. I checked with the team general manager, Steve Frenier, and I have a little surprise that I've worked on over the off season, and it didn't arrive for tonight, so we're going to have to get you back, I guess, for another singing engagement, okay?
Okay. There was only 2.
No, well, I wanted to see her anyway, and everything's fine with the family and all that. And any big plans for the summer?
Cheering camp, soccer camp.
She'll be a busy girl. We want to wish you the best and a happy summer, and we'll get in touch with you for some other singing engagements. You're becoming more and more the Lake City Stars official singer. So good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Elizabeth. A 3rd and 9 play. Swart out, looks downfield, over the middle, complete. Mike Bouchard, a big tight end, a 272-pounder.
And I was kind of surprised there. I thought the Lake City Stars would, put a big rush on there, send some of their linebackers, and it looked like they did. And they gave the quarterback plenty of time to find his open man.
37-yard line, still Colonials territory. They're on the move with their first down. Mike Barker split to the right, and it is Eric Johnson split left. Swart out in the QB spot. Flags thrown.
Flag on the play.
Whoops, little action after the whistles.
Gives us a chance to look over the Lake City Stars defense. Number 38, of course, Eric Butt, a returning player. Number 26 is Ben Sabrin out of Peru Central School. He's a rookie in the EFL. Jamie Lozier is 31. Number 5, Steve St. Clair, who played in the New York Football League last year, and that is where the Glove City Colonials are from, the New York Football League. St. Clair, of course, was a 3-sport star, I believe, at Peru Central. Number 1 is Craig Dupree out of Peru. Number 40 is Derek Kotar, back with the Stars. A 1st and 15 on the Colonials penalty. Ball at the 31. Swart out the pass, downfield, and overshoots everyone. Good coverage by the Stars defense.
Excellent coverage there, Foxy, and there wasn't much, the pass was off mark, but there was nobody really open, and I think the quarterback intentionally did that.
Also the Stars defense, number 44 is Dan Marbut, 95 Lee Parante. And it looks like the front line, 78 Gene Lucia out of Plattsburgh High School, Kujamko and Defiant. 2nd and 15. Parante moves up, Swart out the pass, pressure on, and intercepted at midfield. Marbut with the ball. Breaks a tackle, he's inside the 30, Dan Marbut, and the Lake City Stars have the ball.
And let me tell you what made that play, Foxy, was the pressure by the Lake City Stars, putting the pressure on the quarterback. He just threw it up for grabs because he got leveled as soon as he let the ball go. Marbut, it was an easy interception for him. And then we know what kind of runner he is after he has the ball in his hand, Foxy. Hey, big turnover right there.
Marbut returns it about 25 yards, and Lee Parante was the man to deck the quarterback Swart out. Lake City Stars ball on the 28-yard line, Colonials territory. Randy Brown in the quarterback spot.
Right on.
Brown passes from the 35. Oh, knocked away, looking for Troy the Jet, Canada.
That's a player we failed to mention. We did get cut short, and I had him in my notes. You got one of the EFL's great game breakers, and Troy the Jet Canada. Played for the Plattsburgh North Stars for many years, then went off to, I think, Ithaca College, and was a star there and back in the area, and it's good to see the Jet.
2nd and 10. Sam Godfrey, number 39, with his first carry. Of course, one of the top runners ever in the Champlain Valley Athletic Conference out of Peru Central. A lot of Peru Central players, a lot of Saranac Central, Beekmantown Central players.
Foxy, number 22, checking into the game, Joe Slattery from Mariah. Keep your eyes on him this year, okay?
There's a group of Mariah, including the wide receiver, 87, Bill McDougall. About 5 Mariah players who make the trip to Plattsburgh.
And there's Slattery with the ball.
Slattery, good pickup, showing quickness through the hole.
I think he got the first down, Foxy.
Well, he had to get, it's going to be close, it looks like. Maybe a yard to go. It's going to be 4th and a yard 4th and a yard. The chain gang for the Lake City Stars. Shane Muller, Larry DeLong, Tommy Renadette, and Fenton Thompson.
First decision for Coach LeBaire. Wasn't much of a decision. He pointed, go for it.
Head coach Mike LeBaire. His second stint as the head coach. 4th and 1. Brown gets a first down, no problem. In on the tackle, number 74, big Ron Franklin. He's a defensive tackle, 6'4", 341 pounds.
Looked like Bomber ran right behind Big Joe Bushy.
And the bell is back. Hey, some things, the uniform might have changed, the head coach might have changed, but the bell is back. The Hegnauer's bell. And we're happy about that. Makes us feel right at home. We're in our Dames Rental Center press box. A 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Stars. Trying to take advantage of the turnover. Ball carrier Mike Lawyer out of Osable Valley Central.
A lot of new names this year, Fox.
New names.
A lot of new names.
New names to semi-pro football. New names to the Empire Football League, but names that we've called through the years when we did CVAC football.
And we won't say how many years ago because we don't want people knowing our age.
Well, I'm sure not telling. Good to see George Facto, number 72, an original, a charter member of the Plattsburgh North Stars, in the new colors and back with the team. He's at right guard. The 2nd and 9. Roll out Brown over the middle.
That's a flag.
The nice defense looking for Steve Livesey over the middle. Against Plattsburgh, procedure penalty. Once again, the field clock not working.
Let's talk about the officials for today's game. The head referee is Ed Getz. The side judge is Bruce McCormick. Ed LaMarche is the line judge. The back judge is Gary Kaiser. Jim Tebow is umpire, and head linesman is Jim Brickey. Good friend, Jim Brickey.
Yes, an excellent crew as well. Okay, let's look at the Stars. Jim Bessie, number 42, is in the backfield. Sam Godfrey behind him. Randy Bomber Brown at quarterback. Marbut split left. He has an interception. Canada split right. It's a 2nd and 15. Ball at the 19-yard line. Brown once again to pass. Pressure was on.
They were trying to set up a screen pass, Foxy.
To whom?
To Sam Bam Godfrey.
I agree with you.
And good call by the coaching staff of the Lake City Stars. The rush was on. It was perfect. It just didn't get there, Foxy. It's something that, hey, this is preseason. They're working on things, Foxy. You're going to see it again this year.
Our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer, Laura Gagnon, and the stat man is here, Big E, Eric Gagnon. Good to see number 60 right over the ball for the Stars. That's Joe Bushy, 5'8", 240 pounds. Heavyweight wrestling champion out of Peru Central. And a top CVAC All-Star. Brown in Canada in the end zone. Touchdown! Brown to Canada. Touchdown! Brown to Canada. 19-yard touchdown pass. The Stars are on the move.
Foxy, play action pass. It was a fake that looked like Godfrey. It froze everybody real quick just for a minute. That's all you need is a second for the jet. He broke open. Hey, the Bomber put it in there. Foxy, the Lake City Stars are on the board.
Thank you. Thank you. We got some programs just delivered to us. Is that nice or what? Now, looking for the point after. Brian Thunderfoot Kemp, Jamie Lozier to hold. Kemp out of Highgate, Vermont. Fumble on the snap. Lozier looks. He's a quarterback. Tosses in the end zone. Livesey gets it. Oh, who is that? Who is that? 26 is Ben Sabrin. Sabrin. The Sabrin folks are right here. Let me tell you. They're on our side of the field, and the Sabrin clan is out in fine form celebrating. Ben is on the board.
Good start, Foxy.
Oh, my. Hey, why settle for one when you can have two? This first quarter score is the Lake City Stars 8 and the Glove City Colonials 0. The Lake City Stars take advantage of a Dan Marbut pass interception and move it downfield, and in that series, did the stat man get it? He's going to fill us in right after Kemp's kick, a line drive kick. Oh, it's touched at the 27. No place to go. Lozier, first one there. Shades of the first season that we saw Jamie Lozier, always there. Jamie Lozier was always there on those special teams. 7 plays, 28 yards for the touchdown. And the 2-point conversion, Lozier to Sabrin. The Colonials' second possession begins at the 28-yard line. We'll see a lot of different numbers out there for the Lake City Stars tonight, as I'm sure Coach LeBear will get a look at everybody. And flags thrown, and there'll probably be movement by the Colonials. We'll see. Number 30 in the backfield doing push-ups there for the Colonials. Damian Thomas.
Maybe that's what you have to do when if you're the one that makes the penalty, is you got to do push-ups.
Maybe. Hey, maybe that's why he did it, huh?
Should we start this here? If you make any mistakes, you got to do some push-ups?
No, you take a drink of Sody Pop. Did I say 84 degrees and the relative humidity is 59% according to our official thermometer up here? First and 15 Colonials. Swarthout likes to pass. Oh, didn't get a good look. Pressure was on. And that's Eric Butt coverage on Barker. I look for Barker to make a couple of nice catches tonight, though. He's an outstanding receiver for the Colonials. Swarthout has been, last few seasons at least, a quarterback for the Glove City's Colonials. And that's Johnstown, Gloversville area, if people are wondering where Glove Cities is. And we like to go there. When they were in the Empire Football League, that was one of our favorite away games to go to. The second and 15. Pressure on once again. Swarthout stepped up and had a shot right there for Eric Johnson. Just couldn't hang on, and he had a couple of steps on Craig Dupree.
Hey, give credit to the Glove City quarterback. Scampered around there to get away from the rush and found the open receiver, threw it on the run, Foxy, and he put it right in there. That's got to be caught.
That would have been right at midfield and certainly a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 15. Ball remains at about the 23-yard line. Tony Carbone is the center, 5'9", 180 pounds. Another pass attempt. Wobbly pass, but Johnson there for the reception. Johnson with a nice reception at the inside the 45-yard line, Stars territory.
And Craig Dupree was on coverage there, Foxy, and he was right there. He just missed from tipping the ball, and he tried to tip it away. He missed it, and a fine catch.
Swarthout now 2 of 6 in the passing department. In on 3rd down conversions, Colonials are 2 for 2. So it's a first down into Stars territory. First time into Stars territory tonight. From the 43-yard line. We're in the first quarter. Stars 8, Colonials 0.
Big hole there.
Gentile down the sidelines, outraces everybody. A 43-yard touchdown run. Joe Gentile.
We've seen him before, Foxy. That name sounds familiar.
A real speedster.
and big hole there, and I don't think he got touched, Foxy. He just outran everybody in that big third down play, 3rd down and 12, Foxy.
Great scamper, 43 yards by Gentile. And I said to Joe before the game, I said, Joe, we're doing the game for television. Do I say Gentile or Gentili? He said neither. Say Gentile. So I was wrong on both my guesses, and it's Gentile. So it's 8-6 now, and the Colonials will look for more.
Going for 2, Foxy.
Over the ball is Tom Hayes. The 2-point try comes up short. Who plugged the hole there? Livesey and, what was it, 55, Goose?
95.
Baldwin's 55. Was it 55? I think so. And if it's 95, that's Perante. 55, Dave Baldwin. Okay, first quarter score from Bailey Avenue. The preseason game between the Glove City Colonials and the Lake City Stars, and the score is the Lake City Stars 8 and the Glove City's Colonials 6. Joe Ellis will kick off for the Colonials. They need a couple more players, a little short, and that's what happens in preseason.
There's 11 out there now.
Almost 12. Gentile was going to scamper out there.
Marva and Troy, the Jet Canada, back deep for the Lake City.
And they won't go near him. Taken at the 30, far side. Not sure who it is, Goose.
Me either.
You're going to find out. Oh, we'll be lost in the crowd. It might have been Duke. Huh? What is it? Baldwin, 55? Yes. Or it was 5 is St. Clair. It was 5 or 55? 5, St. Clair. Stars ball, 39-yard line. '76 is Ed Trombley, 6'2", 308 pounds before lunch out of Mariah Central. McDougal split left, Canada split right, Livesey in motion. Brown hands to Godfrey. Tackled by Laux.
Good game on first down. No foul.
Goose, you always look for that. It's second and about 5, maybe 6. We must be in the later stages of the first quarter. Once again, the game clock not working. Looks like Michael Lawyer in the backfield along with Slattery. Godfrey out. Livesey in motion. From the 43-yard line, Slattery first down and into Colonials territory, hugging the pigskin.
Yeah, ran right over on this side, right behind the Trombley boy, Foxy. And there was a huge hole right there.
Brought down by DJ Pettis of Glove City.
You could have picked up that first down.
I would like to. Get some of those big guys blocking for me and I'll run one. Jeff Way, right tackle, offensive line, Peru Central. Kenny, is that 8? Kenny Hackett? Who's the ball carrier there? Goose, help me out.
I'm looking. Number 9, not 9.
Oh, 9, Corey Lawyer. Now, I was over, Goose, I got my glasses all tuned up for the season. I went over to see Tom, my buddy, where I get my glasses, and I got everything all straightened out today, and I see those numbers good. I like these jerseys. No problem with those huge numbers on the back. I think they did that for us. Second and 12.
Pick it up. He's gonna pass.
Down, quick pass to Livesey. Livesey puts the shoulder down. He's near a first down.
Uh-oh, we got somebody hurt here, Foxy.
76 is Trombley.
He's back up.
Trombley, and it looks
He ain't coming out. Yep, they're making him come out.
Facto in, and Trombley will come out. He doesn't want to. Good time to mention the training staff of the Lake City Stars. Of course, Mark Donnelly, the head trainer, and he's assisted by his son Patrick Donnelly, a student in the trainers program at Cortland. And also Holly Mulholland. She's not here this evening. She'll be here next week. Holly Mulholland also an assistant trainer with the Stars. And our congratulations, mentioning Mark Donnelly, our congratulations to Mark and Joyce Donnelly celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary. Had a little get-together with them last night, and it went to the early morning hours. We had so much to talk about and laugh about. Had a great time. We're in the first quarter, the opening game, the debut for the Lake City Stars. Head coach Mike LeBaire and a full staff of assistants, let me tell you. 2nd and 10 from the 36-yard line, Colonials territory.
Flag on a play.
Lake City Stars scored in the first quarter on a touchdown pass. Randy Brown to Troy the Jet Canada, covering 23 yards. And then Glove Cities on their next possession came back 43-yard touchdown run right up the sidelines by Joe Gentile. It's 8-6, a 2-point difference. The Stars' 2-point conversion on a busted kick, and Lozier passed to Sabrin in the corner of the end zone. Stars take the timeout. Mike LeBaire is the head coach. Advisor is Earl Burnell. Defensive coach Dave Hackett. Offensive coach Jeff Van Wert. The defensive coach Jim Godfrey. Defensive coach Rick Perry. Defensive coach Bob Burnell. Defensive coach Skip O'Hara. Line coach Albert Brinson. Offensive coach Bill Myers. The doctor, Dr. Racine. Damon Laborde is part of the coaching staff. Of course, the CEO of the team is Sam Shalaba, the president, Steve Frenier, in charge of concessions, Jim Carr, and treasurer, Terry Lozier, and secretary, Kathy Lozier. The full administrative team of the Lake City Stars. There's timeout in the field. We're in the first quarter. The score on the Stars Television Network is Lake City 8 and Glove Cities 6. So the Plattsburgh penalty, it'll be a 2nd and about 16. Ball pushed to the 42-yard line. Godfrey, and he's lassoed. No place to go, but he finds some room, stays on his feet, but it was just about inevitable. Loss on the play. We're trying to see, I lost the guy that made the eventual tackle. Stars quickly right back up to the line for their third down play. It's now 3rd and about 17. Marba and St. Clair split left. This is the old shotgun, 4 receivers downfield. And incomplete pass. It'll be 4th and long for the Stars, and they'll have to boot it away. That's their second possession of the ball game. They scored on their first possession.
And Foxy, Godfrey just showed me he's not only a runner. The play before, it was a big loss in his athletic ability. He got to the line of scrimmage. On this third down play, he made a big block on number 89 of Glove City, Tucker Gifford. And made a key block so Randy could pass the ball.
And now Glove City Colonials takes the timeout. We're going to look for number 89. You mentioned Tucker Gifford. Here he is, the big guy, 6'5", number 89 for the Glove City's Colonials. Tucker Gifford, and he played basketball. That's a familiar name in Plattsburgh.
That's right. He played for Plattsburgh State this year. He's 6'7".
6'7". Oh, well, let's get it right.
Okay. Now, another thing. I talked to Tucker, coming into the office here at Falcon Cable, and I said, "Is your father a New York Giant football fan?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Did he name you after Tucker Frederickson?" Yes, he did.
How about that? And I think the dad's not too far away.
Bob Tucker and Tucker Frederickson.
Okay.
Are you dad? That's not dad, though, is it?
Is
Are
this
you his
dad?
brother? Are you his brother or his dad? Or you're his dad? You look so young. And the kick from Kemp, it's high. That might bring rain. And it'll be Colonial's ball, so
Matter of fact, Foxy, I was trying to talk Tucker into playing for the Lake City Stars, to tell you the truth. You know,
keep him right in Plattsburgh.
I kept trying, and I said, if you change your mind, come on back. We'll have open arms for you.
It's absolutely. It will be Colonial's ball. Clock is running. Ball on the 21-yard line. Colonial's territory. Their third possession of the ball game. Their first possession, they turned it over. 5 plays, 9 yards, and a Dan Marbut interception around midfield. And on their second possession, 4 plays covering 72 yards and the touchdown. Gentile.
Now, there can't be much time left in the first quarter, Foxy.
I agree. There's a nice run. Marba in on the tackle, but a huge carry by Jeff Keeling.
Number 32, Jeff Kelly.
Don James is the voice of Bailey Avenue for the Lake City Stars tonight. Big Don James. And I think Craig Matthews did the announcements of the starting lineups. A couple of new men in the press box. Second and 4, Colonials. John Swarth out. Keeling in motion. Pitch. This is Thomas.
Big hit by Steve St. Clair. Big hit, Foxy.
Certainly St. Clair, no stranger to big hits.
Hey, Foxy, how about our first thank you of the season?
You got to thank you.
I got to thank you. I want to thank Scott and Keith at Zachary's Bogarts for the support of Lake City Star football. For 9 years, they supported our endeavors of EFL football.
And I was there today for my lunch. Don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I just did. 3rd and 3. And they have been successful on third down conversions thus far. Quick pass, complete. Caught by Bouchard, and Derek Kotar there with the tackle. But Bouchard got it. Looks like a first down. It is.
Sure is. And they're converting on these third downs, Foxy.
What are they now on third down conversions? The stat man busy. 3 for 3 on third down conversions for the Glove Cities Colonials, coming up with a big play when they need to. It's 8-6, and that ends the first quarter. After 1, the score on the Stars Television Network is Lake City Stars 8 and the Glove Cities Colonials 6.
First quarter score. For an arm length and $10
Goes 1 quarter down, 3 to go.
Not a bad first quarter, Foxy. For first game.
Slope stay close. First down, 10 at their 36-yard line.
First and 10 Colonials from their own 36. Gentile cut to the inside, dragged down from behind by Gene Lucia, number 78. Lucia in on the tackle. Mean Gene Lucia.
Now, he hasn't been out of high school long.
Couple years, I'd say. Couple years.
Go Gentile. Gain of 3 yards on a play. Second down, 7. Slope stays 39-yard line.
Gain of about 3 on the play, second and 7. Sword out, looks the Stars defense. 75 is Gil Morales. 54 is Shane Cheeseman. Gentile nicely caught, wrapped around, knocked off his feet. 38, Eric Butt. Two preseason games for the Lake City Stars, both at home. Saturday night, it's Irondequoit returns to Bailey Avenue Field. They were here last year, and they defeated the Plattsburgh North Stars that evening 8-0, scoring late in the game, if memory serves me.
Well, I'm not going to challenge your memory, Foxy.
Okay. 3rd and 10. Johnson split left. Watch that pass to Bouchard. There go long. Open is Johnson. Found the first down, complete. And the Colonials picking apart the Lake City Stars secondary.
Yeah, they're not putting no pressure on Foxy. First of all, you got to put pressure on there and help out your defensive backs. The Lake City Stars don't seem to be putting that pressure on. They did early in the first quarter.
4th completion for Swarthout. He's 4 for 7, 4 for 8. Ball at the Colonials' 46-yard line. Also, the first game. That's Tommy Gale. Fumble and Stars ball. Stars ball. Lucia. Gene Lucia covered that one.
But Tommy Gale caused that.
Yes, Gale did with a hard hit.
And the defense created a second turnover, Foxy.
Gentile fumbled the ball, and Gene Lucia jumped on that. He stuck a fork in it, and Stars' second turnover. They converted their first turnover into points. See what happens the second time.
Now, the last time they got a turnover, they tried to go right on top and score right off the bat, Foxy. Let's see if they try that again, or if they're going to play conservative and run the ball.
Mike Lawyer and Sam Godfrey in the backfield. Randy Bomber Brown at quarterback. Livesey tight end right side. They go to Godfrey up the middle. Good for a couple. Joe Bushy blocking in the middle of the line for the Stars.
2nd down and 7.
Ball to the 45. It'll be 2nd and 8. Early stages of the second quarter. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Goose Gagnon. Our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer is Laura Gagnon, and Eric Gagnon is the stat man.
Now, Coach LeBear is shuffling his running backs. He's got so many talented running backs. You can always have somebody in there fresh.
Lawyer and Slattery here in this particular situation with Canada split right. Slattery picks up a couple. Good tackle.
Now you dig yourself a hole here, Foxy. You know, it's 3rd down and long. You got to pass the football. You didn't pick up good yardage in that first down. So, you know, a short passing situation here.
Everett Louts in on the tackle for the Colonials. 3rd and 6 situation.
44-yard line.
1 for 3 on 3rd down situation for the Lake City Stars.
Again, Livesey tight end right side. Troy the Jet Canada split to our side. Quick reverse pass, and this is Mark Colangelo. Kind of a little razzle-dazzle play that fooled no one.
It looked like it was a fake handoff to Godfrey up the middle, and then it looked like it had to, you know, like a pitch to the running back, but you know, the Glove City was right on that box.
So the Stars will boot it away. Ball at the 44-yard line. And Brian Kemp is into the game, standing at his own 40 to kick it away. Back for the Colonials is Fred Wilson. He's a defensive back and wide receiver and a speedy punt returner. He's standing around the 5.
Nice play. Nice play.
High kick, and if it takes a Stars bounce,
let it hit again. Oh.
And it'll be down inside the 20, and that's where the Colonials will get the ball. We're in the second quarter. The score, Lake City Stars 8 and Glove City's Colonials 6. You're watching the Stars Television Network. First down play for the Colonials. From their own 16.
Oh, there's a
Fumble! Stars are claiming it. There's a dig for it. They're digging. Is that Trombley on the bottom of the pile? Stars are... No, who is that?
26.
Ben Sabrin digging around. Did they give it to the Stars? Who got it?
Yes, they're giving it to him.
Was it? Did Sabrin get it or Baldwin?
26.
Sabrin with the fumble recovery. He reached out for it. He shoved the other guy right off the ball, I think.
I don't know who caused the fumble, but I could see that somebody was ripping the ball away.
Sabrin.
And?
Sabrin was ripping it away.
Oh, boy, the coach of Glove City, he's right out on the field. And
That's Coach Jim Baker, head coach Jim Baker. Offensive coordinator is Matt Benton.
can you do that?
Come out on the field? Not really.
I don't think so.
He wants to talk to Jim Brickey. And as you mentioned, Goose, Ed Getz is the chief official. What's the official name for that? What is Ed Getz?
Head referee.
Head referee. Or chief official, as they say sometimes in the press box. "83 degrees in the second quarter. Conversation on the field. Yep, it's 83 degrees.
I don't think so.
This thermometer says it's 81 degrees, so it's just a couple degrees difference depending on where you're standing in our press box.
What kind of press box is this?
We're in our Dames Rental Center press box. So many people to thank for that, but of course, Randy and Jennifer and Eric over at Dames Rental and Sales. Another longtime supporters of us through the years. Way back to the old scaffolding days. Remember that, Goose?
Yeah, but it used to rain though.
Laura, remembers that?
It doesn't rain anymore.
It hasn't rained since we put a roof.
That's okay. Keeps the sun out of our eyes.
Stars ball at the Colonials' 15-yard line.
Now I try something here, right in the end zone, Fox.
Randy Bomber Brown is quarterbacked all the way. He has 2 completions. Pressure on. He throws in the corner.
Oh!
The defense there, who they shooting for? That's they're shooting for McDougal. And is that 28 on defense, Joe Ellis? Is that who that was? 28.
And I like that, Foxy.
You like that?
You get a turnover, you're down deep, try and get a score right away.
3 turnovers. The Stars have a Marba interception, a fumble recovery by Lucia, and a fumble recovery by Sabrin.
You're right on top of your game.
Defense being ball hawks out there. 2nd and 15. Oh, 3 split to the right. John Weber, Troy Canada, and of course, Bill McDougal split right. Brown out of the shotgun and Godfrey behind him. Flag thrown. What's the matter with that formation? Complete to McDougal. Hard hit put on him by
I think
Chris Mador.
they're going to call some kind of illegal formation here, I believe.
Well, it was an unusual formation. Eric Chartrand, number 61, says, "We're stepping it back, boys." Wonder if Chartrand's in there. Well, yes, he's in on the offensive line. I was wondering if he was going to be center, but I still see Bushy out there. We'll get used to these new numbers and new Lake City Stars faces.
They called the legal procedure there, Fox.
Do you agree with that, Goose?
I didn't see anybody move.
Dan Sano strolls by. Godfrey moved. And our technical advisor, Stuart Voss, is back for another season. He's sort of been, I guess everybody knows he's on our panel of judges when we pick a player of the game. Of course, in preseason, no post-game interviews. No post-game interviews during preseason. So a 2nd and 15, the ball is at the 20. Brown out of the shotgun. Looks downfield, had protection. Looking over the middle end zone for Canada.
Just missed on it, Foxy.
Third down.
Brown is 2 of 7.
21-yard line.
We're in the second quarter. Stars 8, Colonials 6. Third and 15. Weber split right. On the line is 77, Jeff Way. 88, Steve Livesey. 61, Eric Chartrand, Joe Bushy over the ball. Bomber Brown repositions and brings Troy the Jet Canada way back to the 30-yard line almost. Unusual setup here. Fake into the line. Brown passes, falling away. Again, looking for McDougal, but Brown was falling away as he threw that. That was a dangerous pass.
Lucky that didn't get intercepted, Foxy. Lake City Stars, they got Thunderfoot.
Thunderfoot's going to try it. It'll be about a 38-yard try. 38-yard field goal try for Brian Thunderfoot Kemp out of Highgate, Vermont.
Now who's snapping?
Probably the all-time kicker or all-star kicker. If we were to pick an all-time franchise team, he'd probably be the kicker. Lozier holds. 39-yard field goal is up and in. 3 points. Brian Thunderfoot Kemp is in mid-season form.
And what a weapon you got, Foxy. When you got somebody like that, they can put 3 points on the board. You know, when you're out in the, say the 30-yard line, it really helps out. And last year, the North Stars lacked that feature. They didn't have a consistent kicker.
The Stars offense sputtered inside the 20. They pick up 3 via Kemp. We're in the second quarter. The score now, the Lake City Stars 11, the Glove City Colonials 6. You're watching the Stars Television Network. And Kemp will put the toes to it once again. Wilson is back deep, and this will go to Joyce. Pete Joyce from the 15. Driven out of bounds in around the 25-yard line. Good Stars coverage.
Just like to make a comment here, Foxy. One of the things I've been looking at a lot tonight is special teams for the Lake City Stars. If you go back to last year, if you remember, that was a big thorn in the side of the Plattsburgh North Stars. Is a lot of games there was big runbacks on punts and kickoffs. So far, the Lake City Stars, they look pretty good on special teams for early in the year.
Yep, good coverage. 23-yard line is where the Colonials take over their territory. Johnson, a split left. Swartout has quarterbacked all the way. He does have 4 completions.
Sure, oh yeah. Not much there.
Thomas, the ball carrier.
Jerry Defiant, the tackler.
Okay, Jerry Crazy Legs Defiant, as he's been called through the years, from St. John's Academy. George Facto and Jerry Defiant are the last 2 athletes from St. John's Academy who are still playing real sports.
And they're charter members, right?
Charter members along with Bomber Brown. They are the 3 charter members of the this franchise, the Stars franchise. 2nd and 9. They moved it to the 25. Movement there. That'll push him back. Movement on the line. Big number 72, Tony Edwards. He's over 300 pounds.
Tony Edwards. 2nd down and 14.
Again, we'll go over some of the players on the Stars defense. Help the viewers and help us get used to some of these numbers. 55 is Dave Baldwin, back with the team after a 1-year break. Number 54 is Shane Cheeseman. They're both from Burlington, Vermont. Number 75 is Gil Morales. He's from New York City, believe it or not. Number 40, Derek Kotar from Montreal. 54, did we say that already? Yes. Here's a 2nd and 13. Pressure on Swartout, but he escapes traffic and he's on the run. Still on his feet. Marbut and Baldwin close for the tackle right around the original line of scrimmage.
Interesting stat that the stat man, Eric Gagden's given me, Foxy, is the average start of possession for Glove City, 22-yard line.
Ooh.
You got to be happy with your special teams so far on the kickoffs and punts.
Very good. That's some good insight.
He had his calculator going. He feeds me all kinds of information during the game.
I'm glad we invited him back as our stat man. The 3rd and 12 for the Colonials. From their own 20. Swartout, pressure on once again. He dances, and he's dumped.
Oh, you're lucky he didn't fumble that.
68 and 74. 68 is Dave Staley, and 74 Jason Dupree. Saranac and Beekmantown respectively. And again, we see so many of these players, local high school players, and that's great. And combined with the players from Montreal, the players from Vermont, what a combination. And really the makings of a nice, I'm not going to say championship salad, but a pretty tasty salad before this Empire Football League season ends. I think it's got possibilities.
And Empire Football League, I feel, Foxy, is going to be very competitive this year. There's only 7 teams in the league now, and I think it's going to be a very competitive league.
J.P. Howard kicks it, and it's a high kick.
It might have been
Takes a Stars bounce, and the Stars again will get outstanding field position for their next offensive series. And we're going to look at the Stars offensive series thus far. Their first possession, 7 yards, or 7 plays, 28 yards, and a touchdown. The pass from Brown to Canada for the score, 2-point conversion, Lozier to Sabrin. Then 7 plays, 19 yards and a punt, 3 plays, 4 yards and a punt, and then 3 plays, a -5, but they got the 3-point field goal. They take over here on the 25-yard line. Give to Godfrey. Broke 1 tackle, but not 2.
Looked like a crossbuck back there, and it just took too long to develop, Foxy, and that's why that didn't work. It just took too long to develop back there. Your linemen on running plays can only hold their blocks for a split second.
Corey Burnell and Ron Franklin in on the tackle. It's 11-6 Lake City Stars. They have the touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a 38-yard field goal by Brian Kemp.
I'd like to see that.
30 what? 37, according to the stat man. He deducted a yard from my tally.
I'd like to see that screen pass here again.
Okay, well look, 2nd and 10, Goose. Nice time for it, perhaps. Brown. Oh, he's on the run. Pressure on. All the way to midfield. Incomplete pass and flag thrown. Tucker Gifford and Randy Bomber Brown get acquainted at midfield on Bailey Avenue.
And they're calling intentional grounding on Randy. He wasn't out of the tackle pockets there. From tackle to tackle, he was still in the pocket there. And, the pressure was on.
And it's from, Goose, is it from the spot of the infraction? Was it from the spot? Why so many yards back? Look at this is 3rd and forever.
Well, he intentionally grounded it right around the 50-yard line, didn't he?
Yeah.
So there's a penalty on top of that.
But the line of scrimmage was the 25. Who ever heard of this is a 30-yard penalty. 10, 20, 30 yards.
He was way back here when he intentionally grounded it.
30-yard penalty.
That's the way it goes, Fox.
I'm not crazy about that rule.
Ticket number 9006.
So it's going to be 3rd and 40. 3rd and 40.
8939.
And we have timeout on the field. We're in the second quarter, late stages of the second quarter, I might add. And the score is Lake City Stars 11, Glove City's Colonials 6. You're watching the Stars Television Network. 3 Stars first downs and 4 Colonials first downs. And if the Stars get a first down here, they are miracle workers. Brown out of the shotgun.
They're going to pass the ball, and I would play a conservative.
Downfield for Canada. Complete to Canada! And it's short of the first down. He's short. Just 5 yards
Yeah, but
short.
you're in field goal range.
You're in field goal range.
And I said I would play a conservative. I would have ran the football there and had them punt. But Coach LeBaire said, hey, let's go for get it down there in field goal range. I forgot about Thunderfoot.
Well, yes. Now, Coach LeBaire, head coach, offensive coach Jeff Van Wert, also Bill Myers, offensive coach. We think Bill Myers is up on the top of the booth. I think we got a shot of him earlier tonight.
It's going to be 35 yard, 36.
Oh, ask Eric because he's the official stat man. 36-yard field goal attempt for Kemp. He's got a 37.
Good snap.
Kick is nope. Line drive kick. And did Gifford get a piece of it?
I think so.
He's celebrating. He's celebrating. So Tucker Gifford with the block punt, and he celebrates. He knows how to celebrate, and it's Colonials ball.
Now you know why I was trying to recruit him, Foxy.
Absolutely. So that goes as 3 plays, 6 yards, and a blocked field goal. And Goose, keep in mind, the Stars have 11 points. They scored on their first possession. They haven't scored a touchdown since their first possession of the ball game. They've gone a lot of minutes without going into the end zone, Goose.
You're right, Foxy. But the defense has only given up 6 points, so you got to be happy on that side.
But they've been getting pretty good field position. From the 26, incomplete.
4 of their 5 possessions are starting.
4 of the 5 Plattsburgh Lake City's possessions, right? Or
Lakes?
Yeah. 4 of the 5 Lake City possessions have been in Glove City's territory. Well,
25-yard
we
line.
only have 11 points on the board. I'm greedy. I'd be happy with 18 right now. So they would have cashed in on one of those opportunities. 2nd and 10 for the Colonials. Preseason football, non-league game. The Colonials from the New York Football League, and of course the Stars from the Empire Football League. A long one downfield, incomplete pass.
Good coverage there, Foxy, by Craig Dubry. He was right there, step for step.
With Eric Johnson. That's Eric with a C, E-R-I-C, as opposed to our Eric, who is E-R-I-K.
145.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
And that's a Gagnon, G-A-G-N-O-N, and it's pronounced just the way it's spelled, Gagnon. Just thought I'd tell you that. 3rd and 10. Swarthout passing now, 4 completions in 9 tries. And here's his 10th attempt if he fires away downfield and through the hands.
Almost intercepted by Eric Butt. 38, right?
Yes, through the hands of Johnson. And Lozier had coverage on Johnson. So the defense holds. The defense holds. Vince Caveman Kuzhamko, number 90. Look at this guy. I'll tell you, he is one of the most fit football players you want to find.
I'd like to know how we got him here. Who recruited this guy?
I did, Goose. I landed this guy. When he walked into my living room, I couldn't help but say this is a future star player.
That's why I was trying to recruit Tucker, because I wanted to match you.
The 4th down play. Watch for something tricky here. Guess not. Line drive kick. The jet from the 43. Jet into Colonials territory. About a 10-yard return.
He's still fast, Foxy.
15-yard return. Oh, flag thrown late. What's that going to be about? Flag thrown late.
First down and 10 for the Stars.
Clip on the Lake City Stars.
Now, something's unbelievable. The coaching staff of the Colonials not happy whatsoever. But this penalty will be stepped off against Plattsburgh. Well, I should say the Plattsburgh team called the Lake City Stars. That's what I should say. Shane Muller, Larry DeLong, Tommy Renadette, and Fenton Thompson, the chain gang this year. Now, Goose, throughout the rest of the game, we're gonna just talk a little bit about the head coaches through the years of this franchise, and you just give a few thoughts. You're the Stars football analyst, your 9th year as a football analyst in the North Country, and you just give me a couple words about each one, and of course we'll start with the 1991 and 92 seasons. John Williams was the head coach.
Well, Foxy, probably my favorite North Star coach. He set the groundwork, got them started off, and the knowledge that he knew of football and got everything started, and did one heck of a job for the seasons he is. And my hat's always off to him. I have a lot of respect for him.
46-yard line, 1st and 10. Brown, plenty of time, fires for Marba. He kind of circles around, and kind of circled around after he caught it. Gain of only a couple on the complete pass. Brown to Marba. Complete for 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. We've got a fan of the game. We've got a few fans of the game, and one of those is my friend at Stafford Middle School, Dan the Key Man Fountain. Dan Fountain, our fan of the game tonight in the first half. Again, out of the shotgun, and they air it out downfield. Dupree!
No.
St. Clair, right there, through the hands of St. Clair. He would love to have that one back because he was 10 yards away from the end zone.
Oh, Foxy and Bomber Brown put it perfectly. There. You couldn't ask for a better pass. And boy, you hate to come back and face your quarterback after missing that one.
And the first guy there is head coach Mike LeBaire saying, keep your head. You'll get another opportunity. This is preseason. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. I can hear Bear telling him that. Bear did a great job talking to the team before the game. 3rd and 8. Brown again out of the shotgun. Fires away.
Wide open.
Complete to the 40. Dan Marbut at the 40. Spins, moves, and grooves. To the 50, to the 25-yard line. Big completion there.
Oh, big completion there.
And we talked about this in the past. When you have a quarterback like Randy Brown, fire away. When you have ends like Marba, and in the past Glenn Arnold and Kreitzberg and Mulholland, no matter who, if you've got speed, go to them.
I agree, Foxy.
That's what we like. And then you mix it in with the running backs that they have can be explosive. Timeout on the field. We are late in the second quarter. The score, Lake City Stars 11, the Glove Cities Colonials 6. You're watching the Stars Television Network. Lake City Stars up to the line. Ben Sabrin split right. Troy Canada split right. Marbut and Dupree split left, and they give to Slattery. Slattery on the carry to the 10.
They had everything spread out, Foxy. You had 2 receivers wide to the left and to the right. Spread everything out. Hand off. Hey, good yardage there.
Slattery, a speedy running back, 5'11", 190. He and Sam Godfrey battled for the CVAC rushing lead that year, and now here they are in the backfield in semi-pro football. Timeout once again. It gives us a chance to talk about the second coach in franchise history from 93 and 94, Doug Perez.
Doug Perez, which was a former player of the Plattsburgh North Stars. Did a heck of a job coaching, was very dedicated, a hard worker, and expected his team to be hard working like he was, and prepared for every game, and lived across the lake, made the travel for every week, and did a heck of a job, and my hat's off to him also.
Okay, and I will remember that is that he was very, very well prepared. He very much a student of the game. We want to thank Ronnie's Michigans and their staff, especially Ken Musso, for their support of North Country Cable Network. And we are so happy to be back for our 9th year. Lake City Stars football, 2 preseason games tonight and the 25th. We hope you'll join us at Bailey Avenue as Irondequoit journeys to Plattsburgh. They're from the Ithaca area, is that right? If I remember correctly, from Ithaca area?
I think you're right.
Irondequoit will be playing the Lake City Stars. And then the Stars take to the road to open the season. And we look forward to them being at home. Of course, North Country Cable Network, our four-man crew, so to speak, will be bringing you all of the home games and selected road games, we hope, during the 99 season. A 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Brown with Slattery to his right. Randy Bomber Brown now with 5 completions in the ball game. A couple of them biggies. One a touchdown pass over the end zone for Marbut. What a catch! Dan Marbut, an 11-yard touchdown pass. Brown to Marbut.
And look where Randy put it up high. Couldn't be intercepted, Foxy. Marbut went up after it. He's a great athlete. Hey, nice play there and a big score for the Lake City Stars.
There's those points I wanted before halftime, Goose.
There you go.
Bomber Brown and the
must have
team
heard
got
the
him.
Fox.
Oh, yes, they like to please the Fox.
And the kick next point is number 3, Brian Kemp.
Now Brian Thunderfoot Kemp once again out onto the field. Jamie Lozier to hold. They're getting their point after squad set up. Steve Livesey at the tight end spot. George Facto's there. Sam Godfrey to block on the left side. Joe Bushy with the snap. And Kemp adds the extra point. Late in the second quarter, the score. Lake City Stars 18 and the Glove Cities Colonials 6. You're watching the Stars Television Network.
Show, put it towards the 30-yard line next to the Stars. Put a Stars.
Kemp to kick. We don't know how much time is left. The game clock not working.
Nice boot. Nice boot.
Way back to the 7-yard line.
And good coverage, Foxy. Good coverage.
Pete Joyce with the return for the Colonials. And they will have, once again, their ball deep in their territory. Colonials will get it at their own 24-yard line. And they have moved it into Lake City Stars territory, I think, just one time, and that's when they scored. As soon as they got it into Stars territory, Gentile ran away with a 43-yard touchdown run. That's the Colonials' 6 points. Dupree is number 1. Baldwin 55. Number 53 for the Stars is Chad Raymond, another Mariah Central player. 40 is Kotar.
I like that number.
Yes, you do. 8 is Kenny Hackett. Swarth out the pass. Over the middle. Oh, yeah! Marvin juggled it! Marvin with an interception! He cuts to the outside! Dan Marvin with the touchdown! Dan Marvin!
What a play, Foxy! He one-handed it!
A 45-yard pass interception and return for the TD!
Foxy, off camera we were talking about what a great athlete this Marva is. Well, he proved it right there.
It was tipped by a star player, and I wish I know who, but it was tipped by a star player, then almost received by the Colonial, and then juggled by Marva. You'd think he was at the Mayor's Cup doing a juggling act, and then he stuck a fork in it, headed for the corner. What a play. That'll make our highlight tape once or twice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Goose, I'm getting dizzy with all these points.
More points on the board for you, Foxy.
The coach is out, one of the coaches for Glove Cities, and Mark Donnelly and Patrick Donnelly right there to help out the injured Glove Cities player. We hope he's all right. You hate to see players injured during preseason, and he's up on his feet. And that's Thomas, one of their running backs, Damian Thomas, and happy that he's okay. Hope he'll be back out there. Oh,
Jeez,
my.
Foxy, you're getting awful excited there.
They got those points.
And for the Stars, number 3.
Exciting football. 24 points for the Lake City Stars in the first half.
31.
You know, Goose, and I'm still getting used to these jerseys, the new colors, because I just looked up from my roster and I was saying, why is the other team kicking the point after? I looked up and I'm saying, where are the red, white, and blue? But it's the beautiful jerseys and pants, and those colors are shining bright tonight.
Oh, fake.
Lozier, they looked for Lawyer. Sabrin also was over there in the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. I think that was a set play. Do you agree?
Set play. I
Set
agree
play.
with you for once, Foxy.
Jeez. The play-by-play man and the analyst agree. A rare occasion. There's timeout on the field, just seconds remaining in the first half. And the score now is Lake City Stars 24, Glove City Colonials 6. Hey, you're watching the Stars Television Network.
As we used to say.
Number 21. 23, Pete Joyce, number 1, Fred Wilson of Glove City Colonial.
Kemp kicks off. From the 14-yard line, it's Wilson. Who's in on the tackle, Bruce?
Dupree, number 1.
Thank you. One-on-one there. It's the Lake City Stars debut under that name. And
So far, so good.
new uniforms. They look sharp. The team is sharp.
First down at 10 after 26.
First and 10 from the 26-yard line for Glove Cities with time running out.
Foxy, we'll talk about these uniforms again. This color, that's our old high school color.
Maroon and gold. Maroon and gold. And Thomas.
Run by number 30.
Brought down by Dave Staley.
David Thomas.
He's a veteran now. I remember when he was a rookie with the Stars. Now he's a veteran. Great to see him out, and these guys are dedicated. Already they've put in a lot of work. Many of these guys worked out during the off-season waiting for this very night. A lot of time and effort has been put into this organization already, and that's from the administrative staff, Chief Executive Officer Sam Shalaba, the President General Manager Steve Frenier, through the coaches and the players. Second down and 9. The long pass, the bomb, and thrown incomplete. We'll have all the first half stats. The stat man will hand the sheet over,
Third down.
tally up at halftime, and we'll have that as we open the third quarter.
I've been watching tonight this number 75, Foxy, for the Lake City Stars, Gil Morales.
Yeah,
He looks pretty good. He looks pretty good.
he's good,
Keep your eye on him.
good size, and he tells me, from New York City. Third and 9.
Ready, set. South 360. South.
Swarthout has quarterbacked all the way for Glove Cities. Over the middle, complete. Nice pass to big Mike Bouchard, the 272-pounder, near a first down. And
Timeout.
Colonials take the timeout. Late in the first half, the score, Stars 24, Colonials 6 on the Stars Television Network. 4th and about a foot for the Colonials, and they choose to go for it. We are late in the first half. And they pass for Bouchard, complete. First down. Gain of about 6. Kotar in on the tackle. They hurry up to the line with just seconds remaining, apparently. Game clock not working, so the field clock not working, so we can only estimate. And there's halftime. Couldn't get another play off. It's halftime at Bailey Avenue. A strong first half for the Lake City Stars. The score at halftime, Lake City Stars 24, the Glove Cities Colonials 6. You're watching the Stars Television Network. To Plattsburgh to open the second half. Our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer is Laura Gagnon. Bomber Brown 6 for 13 in the passing department, and his counterpart Swarthout is 6 for 14. Each team with 5 first downs. Third down conversions, the Stars 2 for 7, Colonials 4 for 7. And the big difference, the Stars have 17 points by turnovers. Touchdowns in the first half. Canada, Kemp, a 37-yard field goal. Marbot with 2 touchdowns, one on a pass reception from Brown, and the other, he intercepts the pass and ran it back 42 yards. 24-6 to open the third quarter. There's a little discussion over there along the Stars bench as the officials get ready. Head coach Mike LeBaire had to be happy with the first half performance, so they were waiting for the downs marker. One of the crew, looks like Larry DeLong, the missing piece for the chain gang, and now we're set. And the kick. Marbot and Canada. Canada from the 22, heads for the right side. Canada across the 40. So his typical fine return, he returned it 20 yards, that's fine. That'll get you into the EFL stats when the season begins. And we're underway. Our fan of the game in the second half, we got a whole bundle of fans of the game. Shannon Bragowski and Marla Clark are fans of the game. Dutch and Maxine Cromer. Andy LaMarche and Junior Ledoux and Michelle Bedard. All our second half fans of the game, let me tell you. Stars possession, third quarter, 41-yard line, Lake City territory. Bomber Brown with Sam Godfrey and Joe Slattery in the backfield. The pitch to Slattery. Tries to turn the corner, cut down nicely. 37 in on the tackle. He's one of the players. It's Chris Madore. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Goose Gagnon. Eric Gagnon is the stat man. Loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Larry DeLong spots it right at the 40-yard line.
And I think one of the things that Lake City Stars will probably work on is their running game in the second half with them with the lead, Foxy.
Okay, Mike Lawyer in the backfield now. Along with Corey Lawyer.
Fumble, Randy picked it up, and Big Tucker got hold of him. I thought he was going to slam dunk him.
Now, Tucker Gifford, the defensive end, 6'7", a little bit over 250 pounds, and that's before lunch. And let me tell you, this is his first football game. We found out from his parents he didn't play football in high school.
You didn't ask me. I knew that.
You knew that already?
Yes.
Well, you were listening to the Yankee scores on the radio. I was talking with the fans.
I've been talking to Tucker for a couple months now, negotiating with him, Foxy.
3rd and 12.
I just couldn't come up with the big bucks like you did with Vince.
Flag thrown and complete, and one of the coaches over there, what coach? Some coach caught that. One of the Stars coaches, I'll tell you who, I think it was Coach Hackett that hauled that ball in.
Holding penalty against Lake City Stars, Foxy.
Guess what also showed up in the third quarter, Goose?
Well, you tell me.
The Bailey Avenue Biters. They are back. And we'll be getting the spray out in a moment, I can tell you that. We're in our Dames Reno Center press box, and we want to thank everyone there for their support of North Country Cable Network. We'll be talking about some more of the Lake City Stars and Plattsburgh North Stars coaches through the years. We've covered John Williams and Doug Perez, and we'll head into 1995. Next chance we get. 3rd and long, 3rd and 20 for the Lake City Stars. 24 first half points.
3 receivers to the right.
Brown, midfield, Canada, incomplete pass. So did we finish our thought about Tucker Gifford saying that he played basketball at Plattsburgh State, if people didn't know that? And in high school he played soccer and basketball, never football.
They didn't have football there.
At Northville High School, I think it's called. Not too far from Gloversville and Johnstown, in that area of the state. 4th and long, and Brian Kemp stands at his own 15-yard line to kick it away, and back for the Colonials is Fred Wilson, the speedster. Kemp, a beautiful kick. It'll bounce in front of Wilson, hits at the 40, and nice down. Good hustle by Eric Butt. It will be Colonials' ball, and they're going to get in pretty good field position compared to what they had in the first half. In 1995, Goose, the coach came to town from Atlanta, Georgia, named Hal Ross, and he coached for about half a season, and then he left the area for personal reasons. And what are your memories of Hal Ross?
Well, I remember Hal Ross is that he brought in a lot of players from different states, and the Plattsburgh North Stars became a very competitive team in the league, and he was responsible for bringing a lot of those players in. Wade Johnson is one that comes to mind. Madison Johnson.
Steve St. Clair with the tackle of Thomas for the loss on the play.
And Skaggs was another
Mike
one.
Skaggs.
Mike Skaggs.
Yes, Hal Ross was a sports agent, so he had certainly access to a number of outstanding athletes who were out of college football programs, and some had experience, such as Wade Johnson in the Canadian Football League and so forth. 2nd and 14 for the Colonials, and they have Thomas in the backfield once again. John Swart out the quarter. Oh, no, they've changed. Now quarterbacking. I thought he looked different. J.P. Howard quarterbacks in the second half for the Colonials.
And Caveman made the tackle there, Boxer.
Vince Caveman Kujapko. And he has been solid in the middle of the defensive line since joining the team. Now I'd say this is about his 4 years ago he joined the team. That's what I'd guess at, Goose.
Well, you should know. You're the one that signed the long-term contract.
I think he joined it in '95. That's my thoughts.
Those biters are coming after you, aren't they?
They certainly are. Barker split to the right. 3rd and 14 for the Colonials.
Oh, man, open. Eric Butler's right on the coverage there, Fox.
And they were looking for Barker, and Howard just overshoots him. Nice high pass, but just over the extended hands of Barker. We're underway in the 3rd quarter at Bailey Avenue. Opening night, preseason, Lake City Stars, and the new attitude, the new franchise, underway in good fashion. They lead 24-6. Congratulations to Sam Shalaba, the Chief Executive Officer of this organization, and the President and General Manager, Steve Frenier, for a successful opening night thus far. Tony Ciccone and Derek Ailey and Pat Donnelly had a lot to do with getting the field ready for tonight's game.
Almost blocked.
And
Oh, they're going to have excellent field position. Looks like we're on the 46-yard line, Fox.
absolutely, they'll be in Colonial's territory once again.
You can see my picture better.
Excuse me. We sprayed the bug spray and now I'm choking. From the 46-yard line, Colonial's territory, Brown pitches to Lawyer, and well, we know who that was. Gifford. With 2 football names, I'm telling you, he's got some football blood in him.
I'll tell you what, he's having a heck of a game for his first football game. He's going to be known in the league.
He will. He will make a name for himself in that New York Football League. This is Johnstown's debut as well for the 99 season. And as we mentioned, this is Gifford's debut as a football player. So he's off and running in the sport. 2nd and 12 for the Lake City Stars.
And a heck of a nice guy, Foxy. Very friendly guy, always friendly. When he came in, of course, we talk sports.
McDougal split to the left. Slattery and Godfrey in the backfield. Brown to pass. He's on the move. Chased out of the pocket. And Gifford again. Gifford again. Gifford again. And he is one fired up guy.
I guess so.
Oh, man. You said he was a nice guy, Goose, but I'm telling you, I don't want to go near this guy right now.
Well, you better be nice to
Man.
me, Foxy, or I'll take care of you.
Oh, man. 3rd and 15. Talk about excitement and a colorful player. 3rd and 15 for the Stars. They're going in reverse. Brown repositions Bessie. 3 Stars split to the right. Downfield. Looking for Canada at the 40. Incomplete pass. That was offline. 4th down. Stars will kick it away. They got good field position. Couldn't take advantage. Number 90 onto the field. Eric Allen for Glove Cities. Number 58 is out there. Laux.
My little lantern working good in here, Foxy.
Well, we can see a little bit. Goes better than what we have. We'd love to have some power in our press box at Bailey Avenue, but we've been unsuccessful. Two years now. Unsuccessful at getting power. We'll keep working on it. 4th and long. Kemp boots it from his own 35.
Nice high.
That won't be returned. And around the 20. Excellent boot. Oh, flag down now. Right, it's in the vicinity of Kemp, the kicker. But Kemp is strolling off the field. We're in the 3rd quarter. We'll find out what this is all about.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. What? Personal. Face mask against the Lake City Stars.
So offsetting penalties, but do you redo it? You'll redo it then, right, Goose? Wow.
What do you think of that?
Now, Goose, let me pick your brain on this. Numbers that have been retired by the organization, the Stars organization. Now, in 1991, they retired number 91, and I showed that jersey in the opening. I have that jersey. It has the name Peter Myers on the back of it because in a fan promotion, Peter Myers, who was a teenager at the time, won the jersey, and that retired number 91 for the Stars. Okay.
Correct.
And so I negotiated with Mr. Myers, and I now have that in my collection.
Oh, look at this.
A booming kick into the corner, and the penalties, much to the Stars' advantage. Flags down once again, a flag down around the 35-yard line, and Jim Brickey's over to Ed Getz to explain that one. So, Goose, you can keep an eye on that. Then, the Lake City Stars retired number 59 in 1996 in honor of James Eggink, a player, a standout player in the EFL and the Plattsburgh North Stars, who died of cancer that year. Then in 1997, they retired number 50, Shannon Manor.
Correct.
As he retired and became the head coach, and his number was retired. My question is, have they retired number 99 jersey in honor of the 99 season?
I believe so. I
Okay.
believe so. I don't think anybody will be wearing 99.
No one
You
is
wanna call
wearing.
it retired.
Okay. Because I showed jersey 99 at the opening as a show as well.
As far as I know, they're not. Nobody will be wearing number 99.
Okay, Goose, thank you for that explanation. Now, what's happened on the field in the meantime? The chain gang's running down that way. The Colonials will have the ball. They're stepping off the penalties. And they're setting. Larry DeLong puts his downs marker at the 11-yard line. And it's
Bluff City will take over the ball at their 11-yard line. First and 10.
first and 10 from the Colonials' 11-yard line. We're in the third quarter. No scoring in the third quarter. The stat man is all bundled up to protect against the Bailey Avenue Biters.
No better?
Quarterback Howard, and the defense is there.
St. Clair, number 5.
Steve St. Clair with some emotion of his own. And also 68 in on the play. We know you're talking about Dave Staley. And look at these local players. Craig Dupree from Peru. John Weber from Beekmantown, Steve St. Clair, Peru, Mike Lawyer, Osable Valley, Ken Hackett, Peru, Corey Lawyer, Osable Valley, Randy Brown, MAI. He's the last MAI athlete that's still playing real sports. Joe Slattery, Mariah, Ben Sabrin, Peru, Jamie Lozier, Beekmantown, Eric Butt, Beekmantown, Sam Godfrey, Peru, Jim Bessie, Saranac, Dan Marbot, Peru, Steve Corrier, Plattsburgh High School. 2nd and 12. Pass and offline, looking for Barker. Goose, more local players. Pat Blair from Saranac, Chad Raymond from Mariah.
We have a flag on the
Dead
play.
ball.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Colonials. I
Oh.
saw 2 guys ganging up on Dave Staley, and Dave just walked away.
Dave is a veteran, kept his head about him. So this will move the ball very close to the end zone where you start thinking safety. It'll be 3rd down and the ball is at the 5-yard line. So now Glove City's going in reverse. More local players on the Stars. Chuck Allen from Saranac. Tommy Gale from Beekmantown by way of Cumberland Head. Joe Bushy, Peru. Jason Hayes from Beekmantown. Brent Haley from Seton Catholic. Jerry Defiant, St. John's Academy. Dave Staley, Saranac. Glove City's up to the line. Was it 3rd and 16? From the 5. Howard on the run. He's flushed out of the pocket. Fires it over the middle. Complete to Barker. Nice catch. Barker with a nice catch and near a 1st down. Talk about getting it, and I think they have the 1st down.
J.P. Howard never saw it because Dave Staley leveled the boom on him.
Great catch by Barker. And that gets the 1st down.
Another 3rd down conversion.
Oh, what are they on 3rd down conversions now? 5 of 9 for the Colonials on 3rd down conversions. That's mighty fine. And they're up to the line. Where's the ball? On the 27-yard line. So they got out of a hole there on the nice pass from Howard. He's been the 3rd quarter quarterback. Over the middle to Bouchard. He's a tough man to bring down. First one to put the pressure on him was Pat Blair. But Bouchard is one big tight end. And another 1st down for the Colonials. They're on the move with Howard at quarterback. More local players. George Facto from St. John's, Jason Dupree from Beekmantown, Ed Trombley from Mariah, Jeff Way from Peru, Gene Lucia, Plattsburgh High School, Bill McDougall, Mariah, Steve Livesey, Beekmantown, Mike Palmer, Osable Valley. What a crew.
Good job, Foxy. And we stated that before the game that a lot of local athletes are playing this year, and that's what this originally was started as the Plattsburgh North Stars, was for the local athletes in the area.
38-yard line, give up the middle, nice carry.
Just a quick opener, straight give right ahead, and he was through there, Foxy, like a dart.
Thomas, Damian Thomas with the carry. And 3 plays, 3 first downs. How many do they have in the ball game, Eric? How many first downs for those Colonials? 8. But 7 were by the pass. He even keeps track of that. 7 by the pass. Their first rushing first down. Well, the Stars defensive line wants to know that info. Into Lake City territory at the 48. Howard looks, wants to pass.
Oh, he's down.
Pressure on. Staley had him on the run and incomplete pass. Did you see how fast Dave Staley was running?
Second down for Bluff City.
Jeez, he's in good shape.
Looks like the quarterback got hurt a little bit, but he's shaking it off.
Lake City Stars 24, Glove City's Colonials 6. All the scoring in the first half. No scoring yet. We are midway through the third quarter, all estimate. The field clock not working at Bailey Avenue tonight. They'll have that fixed for next week. You can count on it. Ronnie's Michigan's videographer is Laura Gagnon. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Goose Gagnon. And don't forget, Eric Gagnon is on stats. Pitch to Thomas. Line of scrimmage. 5-yard gain. Nicely driven out of bounds by Eric Buck. 5-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 5. Fenton Thompson stays there. Larry DeLong moves the downs marker. And it's Tommy Renadette and Shane Muller, I think, is the chief of this crew.
Oh, he's in charge?
He's like the supervisor, I think. Yeah, oh yeah. Shane earned his spurs, and this is the best crew in the Empire Football League. Last year, they were voted the top chain gang in the Empire Football League.
Timeout.
Timeout on the field. We're in the third quarter. The score, Lake City Stars 24, Glove City Colonials 6 on the Stars television network.
Yeah.
Now, is this the fourth quarter? Is this?
Yeah.
I thought we were midway through. That was a fast third quarter. Do we all agree it was a fast third quarter?
I agree.
Yes, if we're into the fourth quarter already. No scoring in the third quarter. It's official. A1 Oil is the field sponsor for this game, the game sponsor, and Lake City Stars very appreciative of the local businesses that support each game. So tonight's opener, A1 Oil. We're using our new camera, so we hope everything's working out all right. Our videographer testing things out. This is the debut with football for our new high-tech equipment. We hope everything's working all right. If there's a kink, we'll work it out by opening night. Quick tackle there, Lake City Star Chad Raymond.
You just caught yourself.
I caught myself. When the season begins, because this is preseason, but when the season begins,
is that when we have our contest?
we're going to have like a little jar here, and you have to put a dime in it every time either you or I say Plattsburgh North Stars. We have a little fine system, and then we buy a little pizza at the end of the season.
Okay.
Okay? Might be able, if I make mistakes, I might make 5 pizzas worth.
Going on 4th down here, Fox.
4th and 2. 4th and 2. The Colonials along the sidelines pumping up the offense. Howard's done a nice job at quarterback. There's the hit.
Who made that first hit?
I don't know.
26.
Well, we know 26 is nothing else but Ben Sabrin. Sabrin was like a cat in on there on that one, let me tell you. They're calling him Big Ben in these circles now.
Number 95, Lee Parente.
Also what? 67, Jerry Defiant, and 95, Lee Parente also. So the big stop there, and the Lake City Stars get possession at the 43-yard line, their territory.
Craig Dupree in for quarterback now, Father.
Okay, thanks for that info. We're into the fourth quarter. Flag thrown as Colangelo carries. He's from Montreal. Okay, Goose, 1995. We mentioned Hal Ross took over as head coach, and then he left the area, and Mike LeBert finished the 95 season, did an excellent job, and he coached the full 96 season. Now he's returned for the 99 season. Your thoughts, your memories of Mike LeBert as a coach?
Well, I don't have memories of him just as a coach. I have also as a player. And if anything washes over as his coaching ability will be the way he played on the football field, it was always with big heart. And I think that's what you'll see out of this Lake City Star team is, you know, they're going to play with a lot of heart and a lot of emotion this year. And I know Mike as a friend more than as a coach, so there's some friendship emotions in here with that, and he's going to do a heck of a job.
First and 15, penalty Plattsburgh. Dupree in trouble. He carries, gets to the original line of scrimmage, and he was tackled by Chris Mador, having a good game on defense.
And we saw Craig do this a lot last year, is you know, scramble with the ball, and he's a real good athlete, and you know, he can pick up some yardage from the quarterback position.
He was a great option type quarterback at Peru Central, and carried that over in his stint as a quarterback in the past for the Plattsburgh North Stars. Number 70 for the Stars is Steve Panalakis on the left side of the offensive line. Dupree with Lawyer and Lawyer behind him. Second and 15. The pitch, Lawyer cuts it upfield. Cutting across nicely is DJ Pettis for the tackle. Now there have been two other coaches of the organization, and in 1997 Shannon Manor took over, and he coached through all of 97 and much of 1998. Shannon Manor.
And you know, as well as you know, Shannon, one of my favorite North Star players. They retired his number 50, and you know, Shannon was very dedicated to the coaching job. He expected his players to play with as much emotion as he did when he was a player.
Now we've got a discussion on the field, almost nose to nose, Gary Kaiser and the head coach Jim Baker of the Colonials, and Baker was all over Kaiser, and Kaiser promptly threw the penalty flag for unsportsmanlike conduct by Coach Baker. And you have to agree with that, because you don't want your the coach in your face. You're trying to concentrate on your responsibilities out on the field, and part of that responsibility, you have to be over right in front of the bench. Yeah. And the coaches are upset with you for one reason or another, rightly or wrongly, they're upset with you. But coaches too have the responsibility of keeping their heads about them during a game. And Kaiser throws the flag, giving Plattsburgh the first down at the 44-yard line of the Colonials. Dupree with cannon motion, mix up on that play.
But a gainer.
Dupree turns it into a gain, and Dave Jefferson in on the tackle.
Looks like they were trying to set something up to hand off to Troy the Jet Canada on an end around, Foxy. It was a broken play. Craig kept his head, went right upfield, and picked up a good gainer.
Some things you like to point out here. for an opening game, first preseason game. I think Lake City Stars relatively few penalties, and also, from what we know, no serious injuries. Trombley looked like he had an injury. He hasn't been back, as far as I know, for the Stars, but.
One of the things that the unsung heroes, the offensive line, I think one holding penalty. They've been working hard all night. You know, pretty well controlled the line of scrimmage for most part of the game. Foxy, they played well tonight. The special teams have played well for the Lake City Stars, very well. You know, which is a plus, because you can win and lose games by special teams. You know, so some good things have come out of that. I'm sure they've seen some things that they've had to work on. They'll work on it during the week. They got another exhibition game to fine tune to go into the season.
Okay, now why don't you finish your thoughts on Shannon Manor as the coach? You were saying how, he was a friend and a great player.
A great player, and he played with a lot of emotion, and he expected his players to play the same way, Foxy. That's what I remember most about him.
Okay. There is timeout on the field. We are in the fourth quarter. The score, the Lake City Stars 24, the Glove Cities Colonials 6. You're watching the Stars Television Network. It'll be second and about three for the Stars. Craig Dupree quarterbacking the fourth quarter. He has Livesey in the slot, right side. Canada split to the right. Somebody's not set up properly. Canada was waving. Slattery and Godfrey in the backfield. What a duo there. Almost blindsided. Dupree stepped up. And what a tackle cutting across. Well, I don't know what number that was. 37. Is that? Yep, Medor again. He's been in a ton of tackles.
Third down is 4 for the Stars.
Loss of about a yard. Looked like Dupree was going to scamper and break away. Lake City Stars with 6 first downs, but just 1 in the second half.
Negative yardage.
And negative yardage in the second half. Canada again split right.
10 minutes, Foxy.
10 minutes remaining in the ball game. Thanks for the update, Goose. Lawyer and Lawyer in the backfield. Behind quarterback Dupree. Flags thrown all over the field. And Dupree again on the run. Great open field tackle on Dupree by number 45, who unfortunately isn't listed on the roster of the Glove City Colonials, so we'll call him Bruiser McGee. Flags all over town on this one. Goose, as we've run down the Lake City Stars and Plattsburgh North Stars coaches, finishing out the 98 season when Shannon Manor left the team. He left to work on some other things, get involved with high school football and so forth. And Ed McAllister took over the team for the end of the 98 season. Your thoughts on Ed?
And Ed, hard worker, always prepared. What I remember about Ed, as far as his dedication, he was in Florida on vacation and flew back for the game, and then after the game flew back to Florida to be with his family. But that's how dedicated and he was to the Plattsburgh North Stars.
And he studied those game films. I mean, he studied them. He didn't just watch when we deliver a tape to him. He didn't just watch it. I mean, he studied it in slow motion and everything to try to find every little thing that he could. The penalty makes it a 3rd and 9. And equipment repair taking place. If you are online and would like to keep up with the Empire Football League, I have an address, a website address of the Empire Football League, and I'll mention that in another moment or two. So people can grab a pencil and paper, and I'll give you the address so you can keep up with all of the Empire Football League, including the Lake City Stars, because you can link in to each team at the Empire Football League official site. 3rd and 9, ball at the 44-yard line. Dupree, downfield, Lawyer, tipped away at the last second.
It was in his hands.
Corey Lawyer downfield.
We got a flag here.
Who's the player that made the defensive play? Which guy was it? Which guy was it now? Come on, Goose. We don't know. Who made the play? Do you know which player was? Which player made the nice defensive play? What number that was? Who? DJ Petty's. All right, we wanted to get that because that was one whale of a defensive play. He was seemingly beat by a step or two, but boy, he came back and he got his hands up. We want to thank Craig Matthews giving us a plug. He's the voice of Bailey Avenue, along with Big Bob James. They are the new voices of Bailey Avenue for the Lake City Stars. 4th and 9, and Kemp to punt. I wonder who's the backup kicker with all these athletes. Probably Marba.
Oh, look at that boot.
High and no return. And again,
Kemp's probably not happy with it.
He would have wanted a little deeper.
But the height there, you got your coverage down there, no run back. I'll take that.
Here's the website for the Empire Football League. The usual http:// and then members.aol.com/empirefoot/EFL.htm. I see the stat man busy writing that down. Who's the EFL champion, you wonder? Who's the defending champ in the EFL? You're probably wondering that. The Kingston Panthers, who defeated the Connecticut Chiefs. And is Kingston back for 99? A couple teams dropped out. 1st and 10 from the 25. Howard on the run. Cheeseman after him. Defiant got him! Jerry Defiant gave it his all. He ran about 40 yards side to side.
He just gave up his body and dove.
Jerry Defiant.
And hustling back to the huddle.
Charter member of this organization. And I said to Jerry, I saw Jerry all pumped up before the game, and he was getting into his game face, you know. And I said, Jerry, the thrill is still there, isn't it? And he says, yes, it's still there. And boy, he really loves to play football. I'd like to have a box of popcorn for every football game he's played in. We're in the 4th quarter, Goose. 2nd and 10 for the Colonials. We'll be looking at all the stats in a few minutes. Howard to pass. Looks downfield. Throws on the run. Marbut there. 2nd interception. Dan Marbut, and that was almost too easy.
Yeah, he just played it well. And
I'm not sure the receiver, Johnson, knew where the ball was. And Marbut just kind of took it like an outfielder, kind of patrolling center field.
That's right.
And Marbut picked it off, his 2nd interception. And that reminds us, during halftime, talking with Stuart Voss, who's watched the Stars through the years, and Stuart pointed out that Marbut is kind of like the new Glenn Arnold. With Glenn Arnold not with the team, he's out of town. Marbut kind of does it all. Mr. Versatility. He plays offense, defense, special teams, and he'll run back punts and kickoffs and all that. So that athleticism really pays off. 40-yard line, Stars territory, and we'll have a penalty here.
Hey
Bruce,
Foxy,
what you got?
I'd like to thank I didn't see what happened there.
We put our head down, but Jason Hayes made a mistake, and Albert Brinson, the coach, the line coach there quick to talk about him, and I think Jason got a little upset about something.
Hey, let's thank Dee and their staff down at the Corner Mart restaurant. They've supported us for the whole 9 years of North Star football, and now Lake City Stars football. Thanks to them down there.
I agree. It's always nice to see Dee. She's got a great smile for us when we go to see her. And then we leave with a great smile and a bag full of stuff. Wow. How are you? How are you? Well, Steve Frenier just walked into our Dames Rental Center press box. You have to be happy about the way tonight has gone, Mr. Frenier.
Well, it seems to be going all right.
Oh, you got a smile on your face. I didn't see you smiling before the game, Steve. I was a little worried.
Well, I was worried because we didn't really do a lot of advertising, and we were, as everybody knows, we're kind of short at notice of naming a new head coach after Coach McAllister had left our team. And, with 2 days of practice with a new coach, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape.
Things are off to a good start. A great combination. Goose and I have talked about it. Young players from the area, and then some seasoned veterans from the old Plattsburgh North Stars team.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to see some of these young ball players from Peru and Mariah and Osable.
Yes.
Now we got some of the PHS kids.
And Mariah.
The only area we got to tap into is Ticonderoga and Saranac Lake. We're going to have them pretty well covered.
Jeez, what's holding you up?
Second and long, and Dupree, who's done a lot of boot scoot boogieing in that quarterback spot in the fourth quarter. He's not going to buy the line steak dinner after the game. But overall, what a team performance by the Lake City Stars.
Well, you can see that we're still kind of got to put a lot of stuff together for the offense. It looks like we're going to have a pretty strong defense.
Yes, one big play, a 43-yard touchdown run. Otherwise, it'd be a shutout. Colonial scored once.
And Colonial's got some pretty good size.
They have some big players, and they have some veterans on the team as well.
Yeah, I noticed that you're trying to hide E.J. Harris out there, but he's out there playing for him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
E.J. Harris.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Well, he changed his name. They didn't put that in the roster.
No, there's a story that goes with it.
Oh.
The Empire Football League.
Oh.
We won't comment
Oh,
on.
Steve, see, you got all the ins and outs because you're general manager. I'm going to hang around more with you. Third and long, an incomplete pass, and the Stars will have to boot it away.
Yeah, this John Weber kid, he's going to be a heck of a ball player. Like we try to tell all the new ball players that came in the last couple of weeks that, this is like almost like high school football, college ball. You have to wait your turn, You're going to probably set the bench probably the first year, then you'll see some action. But I think on the whole, we really have some good ball players.
Oh, I agree.
It's exciting to see Kemper back, huh?
Yeah, it is. Thunderfoot, and he's had a big night. He'll boot this one away. Temperatures dropped to 67 degrees, Goose, before you continue your discussion with the head honcho.
When you say they wait their turn, it makes me think every time I see Jamie Lozier play, because he waited his turn in this league, and
He's a star.
Star in the league.
If you remember, Jamie came alive when he had the veteran of Mike Skaggs when he came in out of the Arena Football Pro ranks, and he really helped Jamie go to that next level, and Jamie really saw how much work it took, in the gym of weightlifting and doing some extra running on the side.
That's a good point, Steve, because I do remember those two spent a lot of time talking.
Yeah, Skaggs spent a lot of time with Jamie.
Yes.
Here, Skaggs was going to come up and play this year, but he has a new baby on its way, so that kind of put a damper in his
But he remembers Plattsburgh well.
Oh, yeah. Right now, we got some people on the phone with Madison Johnson once he's done playing arena football. He's
Complete pass.
He's playing for the Florida team.
Yep.
Oh, it's incomplete. Ruled incomplete. I thought it was a complete pass. I didn't know he was playing arena football.
Yeah, he's playing arena football. He's on ESPN on Thursday nights.
No kidding. Geez, maybe some of our videotapes helped get him that job.
I know he used a lot of our tapes to go promote himself.
Well, I wonder if I could score a few free tickets to one of those arena games. You must owe us something there, Steve.
Well, I like these new colors. I can't thank Mr. Shalava enough from Falcon Cable. Him and his wife, they really put their heart and soul into this team this year, and it's a great feeling to have nice colors to come out and play.
We are late in the fourth quarter. Glove City Colonials scrambling there. Is that Dave Staley that had quarterback Howard on the run? It'll be 3rd and 10. And the bomb downtown. Johnson, Marbut juggles and gets it. Marbut with another interception, his 3rd. Unbelievable. Marbut and Johnson have battled all ball game, and Marbut comes out on top. Johnson not happy.
Third interception.
Well, you know, like Lorman's, they sponsor the offensive defensive player of the game for the Lake City Stars this year, and
Oh, well.
I think Mr. Marbut pretty much has that defensive player.
He gets our vote up here.
No question about it.
So that'll be interesting. When are you going to do that presentation?
We'll do that at our huddle this time around. Usually we try to do it at the 2-minute warning, but
So there'll be so during the season, Lorman's is sponsoring a player of the game, offense and defense. It'll always be a Lake City Stars player. Is that correct?
on either or. We're trying to, to be honest about it. We're going to see how things go.
Okay. It's 24-6. Lake City Stars leading the Glove City's Colonials, all scoring in the first half. And there is timeout in the field. And now we're back up. The guy's still drinking water. Goose, the water boy, is still out there.
You better get rid of it.
Come on, the water boys is still out there. The player, come on, number 23 here, Pete Joyce, still enjoying a little sody pop or water or something.
Yeah, I'm glad A1 helped us put up this game tonight.
Yes.
It was A1 Oil up on Route 3. They helped do our game tonight, and we had a pretty good turnout for a crowd for a nice buggy night.
And as word spreads, let me tell you, there's no question about it, it's going to end up like days of old, because this is an exciting football team, offensively and defensively, and there's some outstanding athletes. I think people are going to have fun on a Saturday night watching the Lake City Stars.
Yeah, they got their third string quarterback in right now, Jamie Lozier.
Okay, thanks for pointing that out. Geez, you keep this up, you're going to be up in the booth working the game with us.
But I want to thank yourself and Goose and Laura and your boy for
Big Eric,
Yeah,
Big
Big
E
Eric.
we call him now.
the stat man Eric for joining us in the 1999 season.
Well, thank you for that.
We know there's probably going to be some many mistakes saying North Stars, but
Well, Goose and I have worked out a little deal.
We're having a contest here.
We're gonna have a fine system. We're gonna have a little cup here, and every time one or the other, we put a dime in it. And at the end of the season, we're gonna buy a pizza with whoever with the money, but we have to pay a fine. 10 cents a pop.
we got a lot of nice things happening this year that Mr. Shalava has helped promote. We got our own food cart now.
Yes, what can you say about that? We mentioned Jim Carr is head of
Jim Carr's the
concessions.
head of concessions.
And Mike Facto working over there, old buddy. Did you know that?
No,
From
I didn't.
OLVA, Mike Facto.
Yeah, we got Pepsi-Cola. They're one of our main sponsors, along with Falcon Cable, and they're supplying the soda and the All Sport.
1st and 20, Lozier hands to Colangelo. Colangelo, a strong, quick running back out of Montreal. None of these guys from Montreal wanted to be identified with Sherbrooke or Laval or Colt St. Luc. They wanted to be from Montreal.
That made it easy on you, huh, Fox?
Oh, yes. And there's a great crew of fellas. Of course, I always say led by Vince Caveman Kuzhamko. He's kind of like an emotional leader of that Montreal crew.
Connection.
Yeah, the Montreal connection. And you know who, a guy who was formerly with the team, John Mishak, who did odds and ends for the team a number of years ago. John was like a middleman in hooking it up because we became friends with John. John told Vince, he knew Vince, and John Mishak told Vince about the Stars organization and said, why don't you go down and talk to this videographer team there, the TV, Foxy Gagnon, and then, of course, the rest is history. I recruited Vince, you know.
I got to give a little plug for the Empire Football League. We're on our 30th anniversary.
Okay.
As everybody knows, Mr. Gary Shaver's the commissioner.
Yeah.
Now he's the CEO of all Empire operations, and Butch Keller's the commissioner now.
Butch is a commissioner.
Butch
We hope
Keller.
we can get him one day.
He'll be up here. He said he was going to come up and watch a game.
Well, tell him to come on over to our press box.
Yeah, unfortunately, Butch took sick over Thanksgiving. He had open heart surgery. Now he's doing better.
Well, we'll make him feel real fine and welcome over here.
And if anybody wants to visit our websites, they can do so now because we're on the web. It's
Well, you've got to see. I gave the Empire Football League address, but you do have
the Empire Football League is www.empire/ football/league.com. And the Lake City Stars website is www.lakecitystars.com.
Oh, that's an easy one. We'll go to that one.
And if anybody wants to email us, they can email us at lakecitystars.yahoo.com.
At lakecitystars@yahoo.com. Okay, well, we say Yahoo to that, I'll tell you that. Well, how's the game going? 24-6. Let's look over the stats here in a minute. We're happy to have Steve Frenier, the president and general manager. Do you still go by those two titles?
Yes, I do, unfortunately.
And field coordinator before the game and everything. Lake City Stars passing in the game. We'll just say the overall. 7 of 18. Glove Cities, this is overall, 8 of 24. First downs, Lake City Stars 6, Glove Cities 8. Lake City Stars just 1 in the second half. Lake City Stars first downs, 3 by the run, 2 by the pass, 1 via a penalty. Turnovers, Plattsburgh came up with 3 turnovers. Lozier throws it in dangerous territory, and he connects to Corey Lawyer. We want to look 4 turnovers here. I don't understand all this. Let's see. What are all these arrows? Okay, interception by Marbut. Fumble recovery by Lucia. Fumble recovery by Sabrin. Interception by Marbut for a touchdown. Interception by Marbut. Interception by Marbut. Don't you have a presentation to make? Is it later that you do it?
At the end of the game.
Oh, okay. Oh, at the end of the game? In the first half, Lake City Stars had 28 plays, 106 yards. Glove City's 28 plays, same, 121 yards. 43 of those on one big carry.
Can you see all right?
Oh, I took the thing away from Eric, sorry. Wilson. Circles around, looks for room.
Oh, is that still?
He's caught. Dave Staley.
He's had a good game.
He got that Saranac stranglehold on Wilson, I'll tell you that.
Well, we'll talk to you throughout the
Okay.
season.
All
Thanks
right.
for being here.
Our door
Thank
is
you.
always open for you.
You got a key anyway.
Leary over there, tell Leary.
First and 10 Colonials. We really feel handicapped that we don't know how much time is left in the game.
There can't be much time, but they haven't given the 2-minute warning.
Oh my goodness, this is a long fourth quarter. 36-yard line, first and 10 Colonials. Complete for a first down.
Maybe because so many passes in this fourth
Yeah.
quarter, that's why it's so long.
Complete to Johnson as Glove City Colonials tries to gain territory, 15, 20 yards. Also a lot of penalties. Now, how many Plattsburgh penalties in the game, Eric?
We were just talking about that. There's 19 in the whole game.
Oh, my. Oh, geez, and I said they hadn't had many penalties. So they did.
You're talking with Mr. President / General Manager.
There was a lot of penalties there, procedure penalties.
Incomplete pass, almost picked off by Steve Courier. Number 8, Kenny Hackett, slow to get up. We hope he's okay.
I think they got rough in the pass or against Lake City Stars.
Yeah, too many penalties then. I'm going to throw that in.
Well, that's one thing they'll work on next week. They'll address it during practice about the penalties. You got to cut down on penalties. You know, there's a number of things. They got to work on their running game, Foxy. That will open up their passing game. You know, there's things that they'll work on this week, and you got another exhibition game next week. Go through that, and then you start your season. But you know, all in all, they got to be happy. Coach LeBear and the staff got to be happy the way they perform.
Howard throws over the middle, complete to Johnson. So Johnson getting some revenge of his own.
I think there's less than 2 minutes in the game.
Uh-oh, injured Star.
Uh-oh.
Injured Star at the 45-yard line. And that's Perante. No, wait a minute. It isn't. It's Gil Morales. It's Morales. Trainers Donnelly and Donnelly out there. Sounds like a law firm. And they're chasing right after him. They're going to follow him right around. Make sure he gets right off the field.
And he should come off the field, Foxy. The exhibition game, you don't want to do anything to further damage injuries.
But did you see the way the Donnellys went out there and that guy scattered? They could rustle cattle or something the way they were doing that. They had him cornered. He had no place to go but to the sidelines. Yeah, Mark's chasing him right down. Mark's following him all the way down the sidelines. They got him cornered now. There's no getting away from Donnelly and Donnelly. Well, we had fun tonight.
Yes.
Fun tonight, and nice to see the Saberns and the Hegnauers and Stuart Voss here for tonight's game. We hope they'll be back.
Met some new friends, Mr. Gifford.
Yes. From the 25-yard line, again, Howard to pass. And he airs it out, end zone, just short of the end zone completion in front of Dupree. And that complete to Gentile. Gentile has the one Colonials touchdown. He almost had another. Look like he had to just come back a little bit. Ball at the one yard line. So the Colonials might get on the board again. We have no idea how much time is left in the game. The fans are all happy. They're sitting here enjoying the game. Beautiful weather. Did you hear me say the temperature dropped a little? It's just right. 67 degrees, just what you want for a night of football. Our videographer tonight, our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer, Laura Gagnon. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Goose Gagnon, Eric Gagnon on stats. Another season of Lake City Stars semi-pro football. In July, the Empire Football League will kick off. Looking for the touchdown, the pass, and Kotar on the run, but a complete touchdown pass. Is that to Thomas? Is that 30? Yep. Howard to Thomas, a 1-yard touchdown pass, and it's 26-12, just like that. Coach Baker happy with that score. Oh, look at, he's going to go out in the field. Could have had a shot. Tucker Gifford was over here talking with Pete Ensel. Ensel, a big sports fan and softball official in the North Country. And they were chit-chatting. We'll recap all the scoring up to the line. It's Thomas, and I think in the backfield alongside is Keeling. Looking for the 2-point conversion, and Howard will pass, looks in the end zone, tried to get it to Bouchard, incomplete. The score late in the ball game is Lake City Stars 24, the Glove Cities Colonials 12. You are watching the Stars Television Network. And what a way to celebrate an anniversary. The Hegnauers came all the way from Willsboro. It's their anniversary tonight, and there they go, smiles on their faces. The kickoff, an onside kick. Oh, it'll be Glove City's ball. Oh, we missed that exciting play. To heck with the Hegnauers. we missed, it hit Jason Dupree in the chest. It hit Jason Dupree in the chest, and the Colonials were there. Who jumped on it for the Colonials? Who got it? Right there. He did.
Yeah.
Number 28. 28 jumped on it. Joe Ellis with the recovery. Oh, no, not Joe Ellis. Whoops. Dave Vandewalker. Dave Vandewalker.
52 seconds.
52 seconds. Goose smelled that one out, and they're going to air it out. It's 24-12. Howard's had a good second half in the quarterback spot. Drops way back. Receivers downfield. They go middle of the field. Complete the Gentile. He's a speed demon. Spins. They're to the 42. Clock running. Oh, Colonials are celebrating. You don't have time. And they take a timeout.
That's got to be the last timeout, I believe.
One of the stars there quickly was Chad Raymond, number 53. But I'll tell you, get Gentile into open ground, and he's dangerous.
Yes.
Howard, 7 of 15 in the passing department. I wanted to recap the scoring tonight, Eric. And the staff man is going to hand me the sheets with timeout on the field. I can recap the scoring. It all took place in the first quarter. Lake City Stars, 19-yard touchdown pass. Bomber Brown to Troy the Jet, Canada. The conversion pass good on a busted play. We think it just was, the snap wasn't handled right or whatever. Conversion pass good. Lozier to Sabrin. It was 8-0 Stars. Glove Cities came back. 43-yard touchdown pass. Gentile. Conversion missed. It was 8-6 after one. Howard to pass. From his own 45. Complete near the 10. To Thomas near the 10. Howard throwing bombs. J.P. Howard, 6'3", 195, throwing bombs. In the second quarter, Kemp added a 37-yard field goal. It was 11-6. Then, 11-yard TD pass, Brown to Marbut, made it 18-6. Second quarter, Stars, 42-yard TD interception by Marbut. Conversion pass missed, and it was 24-6 at halftime. Glove Cities with the only second half score, 2-yard TD pass from Howard to Thomas. Conversion pass missed, 24-12. The stats by the stat man, Eric Gagnon. From the 13-yard line, Howard to pass. Stayed in the pocket, fires. Oh, but again! Unbelievable, Dan Marbut! His 4th interception! Call him the magician, the way he juggles. Marbut the magician. His 5th interception, that's impossible.
Are you sure now?
That's a new preseason, semi-football record. That has never been done before. 5 interceptions, you better retally that. The game's over. Marbut with an interception. Oh, he brought excitement to these fans. They're applauding, for crying out loud. The fans don't want to go home. They might stay for more. What a ball game. Marbut, is that official 5 interceptions? Come on now.
I only saw 4.
Bye.
If you send me a tape of that game, I'll give you $20.
Sold. We're doing business on the air. We're still live. We don't care. We have no pride whatsoever. Sold. How am I
Give our address there.
Here's the address.
You guys are
Okay, now let me tell you.
You're going to trust him to say
I'm trustworthy. I like that.
Well, we had a lot of fun tonight.
We sure did.
Certainly, I mean, the defense played very well, and the offense had a great first half. Goose, why don't you recap things?
Well, just that, great first game. They got some work to do, Foxy. They got things to work on this week. And like I said, they got another exhibition game to do some work. And then, they start the season. Hey, it looks like they got a lot of potential. They got young players, veterans that we talked about. And
Appreciate it.
I think
Thank
they're
you.
going to have a real good season. I'm anxious for the season.
Well, they'll certainly win some fans over. This is an exciting football team any way you look at it. Congratulations from the top down to everybody for a great debut of the Lake City Stars organization, showing a new attitude in new colors. We want to thank Eric Gagnon for his stats. Flew in from Boston just by game time. Thanks to our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer, Laura Gagnon. The final score, the Lake City Stars 24, the Glove Cities Colonials 12. This is Foxy Gagnon along with Goose Gagnon and the entire crew of North Country Cable Network saying keep watching, support Lake City Stars football, and good night, North Country.